Every day we all face it, the dust, the mess, the clutter of our minds. And every day, most of us avoid it. We avoid the tough battles, the ones that dig deep, that challenge us to our core. We prefer to tidy up the surface, to handle the little things that don't really matter. We want to focus on the victories, on the things that make us feel good, even if they're just distractions. But here's the truth: if you want to change your life, if you want to truly succeed, you've got to start with the tough stuff. You've got to go straight into the dungeon. The dungeon, it's the place we all fear. It's dark, it's scary, and it's filled with the things we don't want to face. Broken dreams, buried fears, the ghost of our past. But that's where the real work begins. That's where the transformation happens. Success isn't about staying in the light. It's about conquering the darkness. It's about going down into that dungeon every single day and cleaning it out. Not just sweeping the dust under the rug, but getting into every corner, every shadow, and facing what's there. Those cabinets, those dark corners of our mind, they're filled with our deepest fears, the things that have held us back, the things that have kept us locked in a cycle of defeat. And most of us, we keep them shut tight. We lock them away and pretend they don't exist. But that's why we never grow, why we never change. Because until you face those fears, until you open those cabinets and confront what's inside, you're never going to move forward. It's terrifying, I know, but that's the test. Life isn't about just going through the motions, breathing, working, paying the bills. It's about being tested. It's about facing challenges that push you to your limits. Most of us, we fail because we don't understand why we're here. We don't realize that those challenges, those tests, are there to make us stronger, to help us grow. I've faced my demons time and time again. I've walked through that dungeon, faced my fears, and come out stronger. But it wasn't easy. There were times when I thought I had overcome my past, when I believed that my victories had healed the wounds. But those wounds, they were still there, buried deep in my subconscious, affecting every decision, every action. My foundation was cracked, and I didn't even know it. Your character, your integrity, that's your foundation. And if that foundation is cracked, everything you build on it is unstable. It doesn't matter how many victories you achieve. If you don't fix the foundation, it's all going to crumble. To truly become strong, to build a mindset that's bulletproof, you've got to go to the source. You've got to face the fears and insecurities that have been holding you back. Most of us sweep those things under the rug. We don't want to deal with them. But the truth is, when you avoid your past, when you ignore the darkness, it doesn't go away. It just festers, and it controls you in ways you don't even realize. It influences your decisions, it shapes your character, and it keeps you stuck in a cycle of failure. I had to confront my past, my fears, and my failures. I had to accept that those experiences, as painful as they were part of me. They shaped who I am, but instead of letting them control me, I decided to use them as fuel. I realized that each of those experiences, each of those battles, made me tougher, made me stronger. And once I accepted that, once I embraced my past, I was able to move forward. We all have a cookie jar inside of us. It's filled with our victories, our accomplishments, the moments when we overcame the odds. And in those moments, when you're struggling, when you're in the heat of battle, you need to reach into that jar and remind yourself of who you are and what you're capable of. Those small victories, they're not just memories, they're fuel. They're the sparks that ignite the fire within you, the fire that will keep you going, no matter how tough things get. But here's the thing, accessing those victories, tapping into that cookie jar, takes focus and determination. Your mind doesn't want to go there. It wants to focus on the pain, the struggle, the impossibility of the task. But you've got to push through that. You've got to dig deep and find that fire within you. Because at the end of the day, the only person who can keep you going, the only person who can push you to achieve your soul, go into the dungeon, face your fears, confront your past, and remember that every victory, no matter how small, is a step towards greatness. You have the power within you to overcome anything. All you have to do is reach into that cookie jar, grab hold of your strength, and never let go.